Hello and welcome back to doing things that I know are going to piss off my wife. I can't do that. Hello and welcome back to another episode of I'm going to f some shit up because I'm bored with it. Hello and welcome back. I'm kind of tired of something right now, so I'm going to tear it apart and then put it back together again. So even all of that might be true, that's not exactly what this episode is about. Basically, it's about changing things up and trying to spend as little amount of money as possible. Some of you might know that I'm kind of getting into watches, and maybe they're not the most expensive watches on the face of the earth, but from time to time you're going to run across a watch that you really, really love, but something's just not doing it for you. And so time goes on and that one thing that you don't like, you really don't like about it, and you kind of get bored with it. Or you just want to make things a little bit more fun with it. So today we're going to talk about switching out a watch band. I know, kind of boring, but you know, let's kind of make it a little bit fun, because I mean, it's just a watch band, and hopefully this is going to be a short video anyway, but I mean, you got to do that sometimes. So let's get into it. Watch bands. Man, that's a whole rabbit hole I really don't want to go down. I mean, I've gone down the whole rabbit hole of scotches, whiskeys, ryes, and oh man, just that's episodes and episodes worth of fodder for you guys to watch and laugh at me about. But today we're going to make it fun, we're going to make it quick, and we're going to just basically skip over all of the others and go straight to the one that I'm talking about today. Watch bands can help you personalize your watch and make it the watch that you really want. Besides there being bracelets, leather bands, and other nylon type bands, I'm talking about NATO straps. If you don't know what a NATO strap is, it's basically a military style strap that you can personalize in different colors and a couple of different ways to actually put it on your watch and your wrist that make it more you. So I went ahead and I bought a pack of 8 from Amazon for about $19, and that's really not that bad. We're going to find out in time how good a quality they are, and I'll hopefully update you on how good that is and whether I actually like that brand or not. But these are the straps that I bought. And we're going to show you real quick how to put these on, show you what kind of difference we can make with it. So in this kit, this is all I'm going to need, and actually I'm only going to need one tool out of here to swap out this watch band. So the first thing I would do is I would grab something to put on the table so that your pin doesn't fly all over the place, because they're spring loaded, and if you don't do it right, you're going to be looking for it on your hardwood floor in between the cracks of the planks. So the only tool you're going to need is this one, and I don't know the exact name of it, but on one end, and that's the end you're going to need, is a tiny little fork. So that little fork is going to go between the strap and the lug, and you're going to find the pin in there and twist it and pull that pin out. Now when you do, you got to make sure that that pin doesn't fly out, so do it real slowly. This is the watch that we're going to be working with today. It's my new Seiko, and I absolutely love this watch, except that it has a silicone band, and it gets really, really hot on my wrist, and I don't like that at all because it just feels, to me, kind of cheap and nasty. So we're going to switch it out for one of my new NATO bands. So the first thing you're going to do is you'll take your spring tool, go down in between the lug and the strap, and pull toward the strap until you can feel that you're getting that pin, and it should pop loose. And when you do, you're going to be very, very careful because it's spring loaded, so that that spring pin does not fly out. Then you're going to do the same thing to the other side. Now we're going to reuse the pins, so you're going to pull those out of the strap and carefully start to put it back in, starting with one side, using your spring tool or pin tool. Push that in and then find your hole on the lug again. If at first you don't succeed, just keep working at it. It takes some time to practice to find it. And there's with one installed. And then you'll do the other end. Now, the way I've been told to do it, you turn the watch upside down, pick a strap, and there's a couple ways to do this. Now, each way you can go start from either side with your buckle either being right to left or left to right, and we're going to figure out which way I actually like it best. The one way is to go in between your pin and the bottom side of the watch, and then in through between the pin and the watch again, bringing this side of the strap all the way across, taking your side here, going back through, and then putting your wrist down on it, going over into the buckle, did that wrong, going over and into the buckle, in through the two loops, and then back toward the strap, and you're done. And now you've changed the look of that watch completely. And then you can also do that the absolute reverse way, so that the band comes to the other side, so just whichever way you think is best for you. Now the other way to do it, which is the way I'm going to do it, is still in between the pin and the lug, pin and the case, then the other side through the pin and the case. And I'm going to stop about midway with the one loop. And I'm going to bring that back over. Then I'm going to put that on my wrist, put that other side of the strap through the loop we just moved, tighten that down a little bit, up through the buckle, and then through the two loops, and the last loop, flip it back over. And the reason I'm doing that is because then there's only one layer of strap between the watch and my actual wrist. That way it's not sticking up too high, which these aren't very thick, but it's still kind of the idea that you don't have two layers, and it just sits a little bit better, I think. Well, with that, try it with a watch. It won't work with all watches because some watches have a proprietary pin system, or they have a proprietary type bracelet, or maybe they have an odd size lug width, and you can still go a little bit smaller than what the actual lug width would be, but that might still be a little awkward depending on the size of it. If it's way too big or way too small for what you have, you could, I guess, cut it down or just go with whatever is the closest. But try it, see what works for you, and hopefully that was kind of interesting. Maybe not. Either way, I know my wife's going to be interested in when I bought those because I didn't tell her. And she's going to find out when she watches this video. So that's going to be a fun conversation. Yeah. But anyway, that's something I have to deal with. Well, again, thank you for joining me. Try it out. I think you might find something you like. There's a multitude of different kinds of straps that you can try, and it's actually pretty easy to do. With practice, you'll get better. I'm just not coordinated. So, as always, long ashes and full glasses. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time.